In Education Watch 10, school districts in the Valley must prepare for next school year despite no Istep scores for their students. Those scores are used by district to see how a child is growing academically from one year to the next.
However, problems by McGraw-Hill forced the state schools into using other means to assess their students. News 10's John Swanner has the story.
When there were delays in the Istep testing process this past spring, many in education predicted there would be some residual effects from that. But who would have predicted this? To this day, no student has received his or her Istep score from the testing this past spring.
And we're going into a school year that we haven't even completed last school year for.
Dave Chapman is the superintendent of South Vermilion Schools. He says Istep scores have never come this late before.
We use the Istep information to base a lot of things that we do for the upcoming school year, and typically the teachers have the summer to prepare for that.
Plus, South Vermilion uses the summer to help kids that need it. Not this year. South Vermilion had to eliminate summer school because of no Istep scores. Chapman says not all is lost. Teachers are preparing for this school year on past knowledge of their students. South Vermilion also uses other standardized testing formats in each grade level, allowing teachers and administrators to see how a student is progressing.
We're going to be looking at their student growth based on what we think we knew going into the Istep.
Those results should be coming any time now, as the state has released preliminary findings. State Superintendent Glenda Ritz said the interruption in testing produced minimal impact on scores. Still, a lot of time has passed. Preparing time for this coming school year is lost, and it'll be up to teachers to make chicken salad out of this situation.
We've got a great staff, and we're going to adjust and make do with whenever they come out and go forward. I have all the confidence in the world.
In South Vermilion with photojournalist Tony Casasilla, I'm John Swanner, News 10.
Chapman says despite the problems in administering the Istep exam this spring, he's in favor of giving the test in the spring versus moving it back to the fall. He says a spring test gives schools a better gauge on a student's progress.